Anna, I know you have a lot of choices when it comes to agents and companies, and I want to say that I appreciate the opportunity to meet with me today. Why won't
Sure.
you show me around your home?
Of course. Yeah, let me start over here. La la la. This is the bester. So let's see we are done.
Tatiana, and while you're showing me the home, tell me about the most desirable features of your property.
Hmm. Well, we really love the kitchen. This open floor plan always kind of allows us to entertain guests here. So this is definitely one of our favorite spots of the house. We do enjoy our bathroom quite a bit, although I'm not so crazy about our master bath. I wish it was a little bit, you know, more upgraded. And
Right.
the backyard is definitely something we will miss for sure.
The backyard, the open floor plan,
Hmm.
great. And if you were a buyer, what features would you change in your home?
Well, ideally, I would like to have a little bit more modern shower. I mean, the size is fine. It's just, it's not as upgraded as I would like it to be. But other than that, I mean, I think it would work for any family of like 3 or 4 people.
So you need to upgrade the shower. Tell me how much that would cost?
Oh, it depends. I have not inquired really or have taken any quotes or whatnot. I mean, my guess probably maybe like 10, 15 grand.
10, 15 grand. I understand. Well, since we looked at the house, should we sit in the kitchen or dining table?
Here, like in the dining is fine.
Wonderful. Well, let me explain what we're going to discuss today. Most of the sellers, they wanted to discuss 4 areas prior to list their home with me. Number
Mm-hmm.
one, their motivation and timing within the home can be solved.
Mm-hmm.
Number two,
Right.
what are you going to do differently to expose your property to the maximum amount of qualified buyers and agent who control these buyers?
Mm-hmm.
What this price will realistically sell for? And while ultimately, I believe you should choose me as an agent who represents you. Out of these
Okay.
4, is there anything else you need to know?
No, I mean, this in theory should cover that, I guess.
Beautiful. All right, let's confirm our plans. First,
Okay.
I know that you mentioned on the phone that you were thinking about upgrading. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. And if you would upgrade, would you stay in the same neighborhood or you move somewhere else?
I mean, either this neighborhood or anything around this neighborhood would work for us, like probably 5 mile radius.
5 mile radius. Great. And you mentioned on the phone that you wanted to be in a new home by June, right?
Yeah, that would be ideal because that would allow us enough time to enroll our daughter, into a school if it's a different school or whatnot, but at least figure out all of the logistics so, we're not doing it during the school year.
All right, let me understand you correctly. You need to get this home sold in order to move to the next one by June. So do you need
Hmm.
to get this home sold or renting is another option?
Ideally, I don't want to go into the kind of limbo like status, if you wish. Ideally, I would like to get this one done and move into the other home right away.
Fantastic. That's what we're gonna work towards, getting your home sold and move you to a little bigger home within 5 mile radius. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, of course. That's the goal.
Fantastic. Tatiana, I emailed you my marketing plan. Did you get an opportunity to look over it?
Yeah, I mean, I looked at some of it. I'll honestly say, like, I have not gone through every single page, but I mean, it looked pretty good actually from what I've seen.
Fantastic. Well, the number one reason why my past client refer me and why they chose me to list and sell their home is my marketing plan. This is why I believe we should list your home and market aggressively right from the day one. Let me take you through the whole marketing plan. As we
Okay.
noticed, we do so much more than the average agent. As a matter of fact, average agent would list your home for sale on the website and wait until it sells itself. When I believe that the highest probability of the sale of your home takes place within first 2 to 3 weeks. This is why I aggressively gonna start marketing your home from the day one to ensure the timeline. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, I guess how much would I need to pay for that?
Well, great question, Tatiana. We'll cover it in just a few seconds. Is that okay?
Okay, that's
Right.
fine.
So, Tatiana, did you know that most of the buyers, they start their home search online?
Yeah, I'm sure these days they do.
Exactly. And this is why we strategically showcase your home on our website that creates 200 opportunities for the sellers of qualified buyers who are ready to pull the trigger. As
Okay.
well as we're going to place your home on the most active websites such as Zillow, Realtor.com, Homes.com to ensure that the more eyeballs on your property will equals more showings, more offers, and at the end of the and at the end of the day, higher sales price. Is that what you want, right?
Yeah, but I guess everybody puts stuff on Zillow and Realtor.com these days. Like that shouldn't be any different than everybody else is doing, I guess.
Well, we'll see the difference, and you'll after we complete the walk through our marketing plan, you'll notice how much more we do rather than the average agent who places on these websites. Okay,
Okay, all right, that's fine.
all right. So potential client will determine the value of your home based on your uh, online presence. This is why we're going to have professional photographer who will also do professional video and 3D tour to showcase your home. So do you know the difference between regular pictures and professional pictures?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some pretty nasty ones out there.
Exactly. Our photographer, he specializes in showcasing the highest values of your home. So the buyer's going to see it. And at the end of the day, buyer will get caught by all the features that your home has, which I noticed the kitchen and the backyard, and he will pay you more simply because he sees value. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
All right. As well as I want to bring to your attention that stage homes sell 79% faster and for 17% more. Can you believe this?
Oh, okay.
Yes, this is why we have professional stager who can come out and assess the appeal and give you the recommendation on what needs to be done in the house in order to showcase it to the best we can to the prospective buyer. We can schedule the stager for tomorrow at 12 p.m. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, how much that's gonna cost though?
Well, we're gonna cover this cost for the stager, as well as we're gonna do a lot of other marketing that will be included in our commission. We'll cover that in just a few seconds.
Okay, all right, that sounds good. That's good.
We'll also host a mega open house. Are you aware of what's mega open house is?
Never heard of it. I mean, I know what the open house is. What's that about?
Well, when you host a mega open house, we're gonna have tremendous amount of exposure. When
Mm-hmm.
average agent hosts an open house, they typically put the sign and they sit and wait for the buyer to walk through the door. Well,
Okay.
instead, we're going to aggressively market the mega open house. We will have over 50 signs set up. We will have at least 5,000 views throughout the social media channels. And most importantly, we're going to create a party at the open house.
Mm-hmm.
We're
Oh
gonna bring a
wow.
jazz band. We're gonna have champagne and cheese. We're gonna have cookies and donuts, or bring Santa to the open house. Wouldn't that be more exciting to attend the party rather than just a boring open house?
Shoot. Yeah, I'm gonna attend myself that open house.
Fantastic. Well, this is what we're going to do for you. On the top of that, we're going to do private open houses for these 100 agents who are active in the marketplace. So they will also keep your property under their vision for the buyers that they work with. Is that okay?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Are you aware about the difference between passive and active marketing?
Yeah, I guess I've heard that. So I guess in a way it's like I guess when you do something versus like you mentioned, like stick the sign in the yard type stuff.
Exactly. And this is what we're going to do differently compared to many other agents. We're going to prospect by phone and on social media 2 to 3 hours every single day in order to find a buyer for your home.
Mm.
This is going to be a tremendous add-on compared to just passively sitting and waiting for the buyer. Would you agree with me?
Yeah, but Roman, do you think I need all of that stuff? I mean, my house is kind of like in the price range where people usually jump on it as soon as it hits the market because it's kind of like an entry level, and I know the house sits so. I mean, it sounds exciting what you're describing. I just don't know. Do we need all of this aggressive marketing?
Tatiana, let me ask you a question. If we're going to have 10 buyers at the same time bidding on your property and bringing value and adding extra $25,000, how would you use that $25,000?
Well, I could find some ways to use it.
Right. So why wouldn't you put me to work and allow me to get you 25,000 more dollars for a property?
Okay.
Right. Well, fantastic. So I always say when you choose me to sell and market your home, I will do a lot more than the average agent. So as we go through my marketing plan, do you have any questions so far?
Nothing yet.
All right. Well, since you agree that this is the most desirable and strongest marketing plan in the whole entire universe, let's move on to our local data.
Okay.
Let me show you what's happening in our local data.
Okay.
I brought a few comparable sales to share with you today. So look, this is a comparable sale. Can you recognize this address?
Yeah.
It's just around the corner, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
And your home is 3.2, and how many bedrooms here?
This one is 4 bedrooms actually.
4 bedrooms. Okay, and how many baths?
2 bath.
Okay. How many square feet?
1,800.
All right. And how much is this was listed for?
So this was like 350.
350. 4 bedrooms for 350. Okay, in the neighborhood. A little bigger home, right?
Well, it is a little bigger than ours, yeah.
Yeah, let me show you pictures. Is this look similar, better, or a little worse?
I mean, it looks similar to ours, but I guess it's a little bigger simply because of the extra bedroom.
A little bigger. Yes, it is.
Hmm.
And tell me how much it was actually sold for?
Like 340.
340, $10,000
Uh-huh.
less. How long did it take to sell it?
50, I guess what it says, 50 something days.
50 days. 50
Mhm.
days, little bigger home sold for 340. Let's just keep forward because I'm going to be doing about the same. Let's say 340, 325, and 300. All right. All right, Tatiana. So we looked at these three comparable sales in your neighborhood, and we noticed that one was sold at 325, one at 340, and one at 300. So based on these comparable sales, what would be the appropriate price, in your opinion, to list your home with me today?
Well, I was hoping we could list at 330, but I mean, bottom line, if we could get 320 out of it, I'll be happy.
Fantastic. Well, Tatiana, let me explain three pricing strategy. First, we can list your home way above the market value and try 340 or even 350 and try to find that needle in a haystack. However, we're going to miss the opportunity to target all the buyers who have this preset criteria. And agents will reject the listing as well because they're going to see that it's overpriced and they don't want to waste their time. So would you like to list your home above market value and miss on the opportunity within that sweet spot of 2 or 3 weeks?
Well, I probably wouldn't, but I also don't want to discount the property either necessarily.
You don't want to discount. Well, we both agree that fair market value for your home based on comparable sales that I just showed you is $330,000, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Right. So we can price it correctly based on the comps and get it sold for what's it worth.
Okay.
However, would you like to hear the secret strategy?
What's that?
Well, we can become buyer frenzy and list your home slightly below the market value. So the power of crowd will drive the price up exactly the same way we see it on the TV show Storage Wars. Have you ever seen that show?
No, I haven't. But I mean, isn't there a risk that we'll miss out? Like, what if let's say we list it like lower, and then the offer that's received at that price, and then I can't really go up at that point.
Well, we have a right to say no to any offers that we don't like. On the good
Okay.
note is, if we're going to list it slightly below and we're not going to get into multiple offers, that means that if we list it higher, most likely we're not going to have any offers at all. So would you agree that getting an offer and negotiating with the buyer is much better than sitting on the market without any offers at all?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So let's become buyer frenzy, and the power of crowd and the auction style selling will push the price up, and we'll sell it on the multiple offers. We'll control the sale. We'll dictate the buyer if we want to pay the seller concession or home warranty, and we will be in much better position this way. Would you agree?
Yeah, that sounds right.
How about this? You said you would list with me today at 330. Let's put it on the market for 325, given that $5,000 window for the buyer to get the bite, and then we'll drive the price above what you want. This is how I get you the money that you deserve. You remember you told me that you would spend you will find a way to spend $25,000.
Right, I would.
So at this point, since we agreed that this is the most powerful marketing plan, and we agree that 320 is a good starting point for us to list your home today with me to get higher price, and you know that I will get you over the asking price, would you sign the contract with me today?
Yeah, so I mean, I guess one thing we didn't cover, how much are you charging for your commission? Because that obviously would kind of go into the bottom line.
Great question, Tatiana. This is how it works in real estate. We need to cover the buyer's agent. We don't have to. In state of Florida, all commissions are negotiable. However, this is most common scenario when sellers covering buyer's commission. We can offer them anything that we want. We can offer them 2.5%, 3%, 3.5%, depends on how you want to incentivize them. I can tell that the more we incentivize the buyer agent who controls the buyer, the higher sell price that we get. I would say, let's stick in the middle and be at 3%. So we're not spending any extra. However, we're not leaving opportunity on the table. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, but I mean, I've heard some people pay like 2 or 2.5% too.
Yeah, you can even offer $1. But if we would offer $1 to a person who represents the buyer, who's gonna really make an offer on your property, why wouldn't you underpay that person? I would overpay him, so we're gonna get $30,000 over the asking price if I would you.
Yeah, but just because I pay them bigger commission, why would they want to make their buyer spend more for this house than what it's worth, in their opinion?
Because they will know that we have multiple offers, number one, and they absolutely want to sell your home to their buyer because they get a little more. It's just a simple human greedy.
Okay.
All right. So I'm not asking you to overpay them. Let's pay them what they typically get, 3%. All right.
Okay, well, could we do 2.5 for them?
Again, it's up to you. If you want to do 2.5, you will disincentivize the buyer's agent. That means that we will get lower offer. Even if you're pricing it lower, we're going to get lower offer. And instead of making extra 25 to 30,000, you will make only $5,000 offer because the agent feels like he's underpaid and he's doing the job because he have to, not because he wants to. Why won't we incentivize the agent to bring us the best offer possible with my strong marketing plan and get your home sold for above 330?
Okay. All right. What about your side of commission then?
My side of commission is very simple. 1% goes to my broker, and every time I sell a home, Coldwell Banker takes a cut. It's just a legal procedure. I cannot avoid it. 1% goes back to you, Tatiana, and I will spend 1% equals $3,000 on photography, videography, 3D tours, brochures, and all other marketing materials that we discussed today. And 1% goes back to me because I have my own mortgage to pay as well. I'm like any other service providers, service professionals, I also need to get paid. Would you agree with that?
Of course, yeah.
All right, so let's shake hands at 3%. That is fair for me and fair for you. I'll get you the most money possible for your home in the shortest period of time. I'll get you moved to a bigger home by June, and all we need to do is just sign the contract.